Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the dining room of the 1925 bungalow. I'm Scott. Woo-hoo. I've had dinner. I've had 2 freezer pops. Well, I've had more than that, but I've had 2 in the last 10 minutes. I've got my electric fans running. I'm ready to have an EAPG Extravaganza number 2. And I'm so glad you're here tonight, this Monday night, to enjoy it with me, us, all of us. Now, let's get a few things out of the way. I will just start saying generically, hello, everybody, as you're coming in. I don't pick out single names because I'll miss people. You know that. I can't see half of them anyway. I will say this. Well, hold on. Let me just do one thing. You know, it always takes a second when you're... Okay, I think that's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. Okay, there we go. Yes. Hello, all. Hello, hello, hello. I have a couple things I want to tell you before we start getting into things and saying, you know, thank you and acknowledging this, that, and the third. One thing I'll say, and then I won't repeat it tonight because I will let Heather repeat it or Karen repeat it, is that, yes, I've had a lot of sales in the last 10 days. There were like 3 people that the invoices didn't go through. Every now and then there's a glitch with PayPal. I will go through that tomorrow. So anybody that didn't get an invoice, I will double check that tomorrow. Everything is going out in the mail by tomorrow at 5 o'clock. It's all boxed. It's all boxed. Labels are on it. And I held things because we all had this heat wave and some of you still have it. And I don't want to go on and on about the weather. But I did hold things. Anyway, you know, it's just going to get hot again. So, but it's all going to the post office or UPS tomorrow by the end of the business day. Because I'll be here getting ready for the HVAC folks to come on Wednesday. Because I've got to do a lot of stuff in the basement. So it's all boxed up. I promise you. It was so many boxes. So if anybody is waiting for anything, Karen and anyone else can just sort of repeat that in the chat for anyone who is one. Yeah, Karen, with the pumpkin, I know. And I wrote back to you already, Karen. So check your email. I did respond to you today. Every once in a while, you'll send out a PayPal invoice and it won't go. It'll save it as a draft. You think it went, but it didn't go. And then you go back and look at PayPal and you see, oh, what's this sitting here as a draft? I know I sent that, but then you didn't send it. So that happens. Heather, has that ever happened to you?
No.
That's fine. It will. It will.
I'm sure it will, though.
Now that I've said Heather, you know that Heather is going. I'm going to bring her in just a second. Why is my? Oh, it will. The last time when I had a EAPG Extravaganza, I dedicated it to my grandfather and my great-grandfather, who both worked in the glass industry for over 50 years each. And they both started when they were very young. And I did a little video blurb about them. This time, I'd like to dedicate the EAPG sale to Karen Williams, who has been irreplaceable, undoubtable, unflappable, and just a divine joy to work with. And I'll tell you the thing, I was thinking about it, and here's what it is. She does this for the love of it, not for the recognition. Not to be the first one to name something. Not to be, oh, I got it before everybody else did. She does it because it is an absolute passion. And she'll study and study and study and go from this source to this source, from this source to this source before she's just like me in that case. If we don't know, we don't know. And there's no race to identify it before everybody else can. And she's not a Googler who just looks at Pinterest and says, oh. So I trust her research to the end of the earth. And it has been such a joy and a delight to work with her. Everyone right now, Round of applause for Karen Williams. Reverse. I don't know how she feels about me, but anyway. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I also want to thank everyone who was a that includes Old Hadley Vintage Uprising, Texas, Karen Williams, and anyone else who happens to jump in. And of course, Karen, Heather, and her sister, Shane. I'd like to thank all of them. So hello to everyone who helps. And congratulations. Thank you, Heather. Take a bow. We can't see you, but we will in a minute.
My son's calling me. Hold on.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know, I can
my phone was not working.
And thank you to you. You, whether you're buying something or not, that doesn't make any difference to me. I hope one of the things that I really, really, really do hope, and I know I mentioned this before, is that this glass is out there. It's there, and it is waiting for you in the suburbs of wherever, Podunk, wherever, to go and find it. Remember, this was put in barrels of straw and shipped by train. So it did make its way all across the country. Yes. Right? And
I'm back.
She's back. And you will find it. And I love it when somebody writes to me and they say, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm out and I'm looking through these thrift stores and I found my first piece of EAPG. And then they go to the website and they find it. It is fun and it'll give you something to do, right?
Yes.
We all need something to do. When I was a kid, the old folks would say, come on, let's go blow the stink off. Did you ever hear that, Heather?
I think so, yes.
Oh, well, you don't have, you blow the stink off meant, go, get out of the, I think it's an old farm expression, maybe. Might be, yeah. You've been hanging around the manure, and I'm not talking about farm people, but it meant get out there and do something.
Exactly. So, go get some fresh air. My mom would say, go get some fresh air.
Go get some okay, well, that sounds a little better than blow the stink off. But so if you feel cabin fever, just go to some thrift shops and you'll find it and you'll have a lot of fun.
Yes. Exactly.
And you say that, Anne? We still say that? Blow the stink off? Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, Anne does, yeah. Blow the stink off.
Hey, I forgot. Look who that is.
Hi.
Who is you?
Who am I? Oh, I'm just one of those Revive It sisters. That keeps popping up around bugging Scott.
Yeah. And they've got me looking out my rear view mirror now before I go into the first.
Better watch it this week. We're on it. We got a schedule and everything.
I know. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not going thrifting tomorrow. I say that, but watch me. If the HVAC men, they get here at 7:00 on Wednesday and they're going to be here all day. If they don't need me here, and I'm sure they do not need me here trying to be the foreman on the job, then I'm going to take off too.
Yeah, we're going out tomorrow and we're going out Wednesday.
Yeah. You coming down here where I live?
Yeah.
Oh, you is?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Coming down here and dipping into my honey holes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sirree.
Good luck. I hope you find everything super just
we hit 3 on Sunday in 2 hours. That was a whirlwind for us.
How did you do on a Sunday?
Pretty well. Yeah, pretty well. Got some things. Pennsauken was a ghost town. There was like nothing there.
Yeah, well, I know why there's nothing there.
Why?
Because there are people that get there when it opens, they stay there until it closes, and they don't follow the signs. They cherry pick, even though there are signs that say don't take.
Well,
the lounge lizards.
The lounge lizards.
I've complained about that. I don't think it's right, but I don't want to be negative. But yeah, there's never anything there anymore because they do allow this power couple to be in there.
Oh, yes.
40 hours a week. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
They just take everything off the carts. They don't even let it get to I've talked to the mat. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, Heather, we will take an intermission. And when we do that, and I vanish for a minute, talk a little about you and Heather and your channel and all that stuff. And we can put your link in there and this and that.
Yes. Thank
Does
you.
that sound okay?
That sounds good.
Nice. We've got 221 folks here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get started.
All right, let's get started.
So I'm going to shrink open one more thing. I will invoice tomorrow morning at some point. Let's just say this. You'll get an invoice tomorrow before 12 noon. None of this can be combined with anything previous because that stuff's already packed up and being taken to the post office tomorrow. Even though it's still in the 80s, it's not as hot as it was. I ship from Southern New Jersey. Shipping is extra. It's based upon how you live, far away from where I live, and zip codes and all that. If you're new tonight, I love you. If you're old tonight, I love you. But if you're new and you've never, ever, ever bought from me before, you've got to email me your information tonight because I have to be able to see that we get connected so we don't play run around the barn, tomorrow trying to figure out how to get invoices to you. So you are more than welcome. If you've got any questions, please, everyone, I know you're helpful and you're delightful. But if you'll please allow our moderators to answer those questions, that's what they're here for. You just enjoy, okay? Enjoy.
Just sit back and relax.
Yeah. I can't think that I'm forgetting anything, but if I am, again, the moderators will help you out. Let's get started. Yes?
Yep, let's get started. Let's
get started. Why not? I don't even know where to begin. Yes, I do. Why don't we kick it off with...
kick it off with a bang.
Well, we're going to start off a little slow here to get us in here tonight.
All right, there we go.
By the way, everything tonight is a piece of early American pressed glass or pattern glass. We talked a lot about it. Let's just get into the sale. This is going to be, let's see here. What am I supposed, okay. I don't give numbers. Yeah. Well, Karen, I won't say number because if I say a number, Karen, do you want me to say the numbers just for you? I don't want to confuse the audience because the numbers aren't important to the audience, but the numbers are important to Karen. So I guess I'll just say the numbers. This is number 4, but audience, it doesn't really make any difference to you. All right.
They'll just watch what Karen puts in. They'll watch what Karen puts in. So you can
I know, but there's something different. Yeah. See, okay. Karen is asking me for numbers. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm sorry, Heather. I will announce a number, but it is irrelevant to you in the audience. So, Karen, we're going to start with number 4. This is $12. You want to look for the start. She'll put Karen will put the $sign and then the number and the. Huh?
I'm talking to Tammy. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. So thank you. So we start at number 12. That's okay. The pattern is called City, C-I-T-Y, by McKee Brothers of Pittsburgh, and then later Jeanette, Pennsylvania. They operated from 1853 until 1891. This was introduced in 1881. It's sometimes known as crossed discs, and that's because it looks like little wheels here. See that?
Yeah.
This is a spooner. It can be used as an open sugar. Again, we're not going to get, what do you do with it? Could you use it for this? Could you use it for that? You can put your false teeth in it. But in the olden days, it would have been a spooner, I believe this one, or an open sugar. And sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between a spooner and an open sugar, but.
Do you have the size?
Yeah, there are no chips or cracks. It stands 5.5. It stands just under 5.5 inches tall. and it has a pretty acid etched. No, that's cut. That's cut on a wheel with a grinding tool. A little floral etching here. And typically spooners were put on the table and spoons were put in it. That's how they did it. And
Terry at 15.
Chip free and crack free. And again, we're going to move. We got a lot of glass to get through tonight, everybody. So don't be shy. Terry will start us off at 15.
Yes.
And we're going to go ahead and count it down. Remember, there's always a lag. Don't wait for 3, 2, 1, or you might lose.
Everyone's in at 16.
By the way, every person who wins tonight gets, just like last time, you get a little slip like this. And the reason why I'm reading off these papers is I can't memorize all of this for 30 pieces of glass. And all this information comes from the Early American Pattern Glass database. So you'll get a piece of paper that has the information on it. If you'd like to give it as a gift, you know, that's kind of a neat thing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Oh, yes, the information comes with it. I'll try to remember to rip the tape off and my little index number on the bottom, but you'll get all the info with it. So I want you to know what you've got. That was number 4. Okay.
All right, that's going to Terry Trahan for 26.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that so much. I would like to also thank everyone who placed bids. And next for Karen Williams, we're going to do number 5. Karen. It has a $10 start. And it's 5.5 inches tall. This pretty little thing is called the diamond pattern. Yeah. Now, at 5.5 inches tall, we say, well, is it a spooner? Is it a celery? This pattern called Diamond, made by the Steimer Glass Company of Buckhannon, West Virginia. They operated from 1903 to 1906. This was introduced in 1906. It's also known as chicken wire.
Oh, interesting.
Or radiant sawtooth, or honeycomb, or serrated block. And you know why it's, see, the company called it diamond. Yeah. Well, for a long time when there was no internet help, yeah, people would just name it whatever they wanted so they could sell it. And then scholarship is done and we find old catalogs and trade papers and whatnot, and we find out the original company names. So the original company name I'm giving you is Diamond, but you're also going to get also known as, because if you want to find more pieces, you can search under those AKA. It gets very confusing. The Union Stopper Company picked up the molds and renamed this line Radiant. And they did it again in 1907. So use it as a spooner or as a small celery. And if there's no interest, we'll move on. We'll give it a second or two. No chips or cracks. And jump in, Karen, if I'm leaving anything out. I see no, okay, we have an opening bid of 10.
Yes. Christina Campbell's in at 10.
I'll let my moderators answer the question of what is a spooner. It's a wonderful question, and I'm so glad you asked it. Let's count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Oh, dear.
All right, let me refresh real quick.
Do you have to run to the bathroom to do that?
No.
Oh, Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had to powder your nose or something. You
No.
girls are always powdering things, especially in this heat.
Yes, that is true. I think it's going to Christina. Let me just check real quick.
The age of it, we announced, well, it's too late now, but 1906 or 1907 on that.
That's for Christina Campbell at 15.
Okay, 15. Thank you, Christina.
Christina Campbell.
I gotcha. Karen, for your knowledge, next is number 82. This starts at $15. You are welcome, Christina. Number 82. Ignore that, everyone. You just need to know that it starts at $15. This is a now again. Have we got a spooner or an open cell or a celery? Well, it stands 6.5 inches tall, and this is the Pioneer pattern by Gillender and Sons. I'm going to do a close-up and let you see in a moment. Gillender and Sons was incorporated in Philadelphia, and it operated from 1863 onward. This was introduced in 1878. This pattern introduced in 1878. It's called Pioneer. And what I want you to see on this is, oh my gosh, here is the log cabin. I'm hoping you're seeing it. Can you see the frosted?
Yes. Yep. This is the frosted log cabin.
And as we turn, we have a stag.
With big deer.
Isn't this great? Or a deer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see whether it's got antlers or not.
It
and
does.
then I think we have a camel, a buffalo.
I hope there's no camel in the wilderness. You got Jenny Mackin at 15.
And then we keep going, and there's the log cabin again. So this will remind you. So this is, can you imagine the people in Boston, remember, what year was this? 1878, Westward Ho,
Mm-hmm.
The Continental Railroad. We already have the railroads meeting. Yeah. Come on out west, right? And this pattern really romanticizes the log cabin, the deer and the antelope play, the American buffalo. And there is a huge line of this. You'll find more of it, and you can add to it. It is chip and crack free. This is all frosted here with the wonderful Western folks on it. And Karen has, yes, Oregon or bust.
Mm-hmm. Spooner, yep.
Spooner. Let's count it down. I'll say one thing before we count this down. There's another pattern that has a log cabin on it. Not this. That pattern was reproduced. And the way you tell the difference with the reproduction is on the log cabin. I can't remember on the original. There's a little rope that hangs from the doorknob, or on the and then on the reproduction, that little rope is gone. I mean,
oh my gosh,
it's the tiniest little detail.
Yes.
And I can't, but not this. Okay.
Right.
10. The high bid right now is
20 with Joan.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the 1878. 1878. Get out of town. I'd rather not get out of town, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
You do remember, Lori, about the rope on the door?
All right, that's going to Jenny Mac for 34.
Thank you, Jenny. I hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, Joan, for your bids. You and Jenny were back to back there.
Indeed. Thank you, anyone who placed bids. Listen, I've got souvenir glass. I've got colored glass. I've got cake stands. I've got covered composts. Look at this, which is coming later. That is a complete original caster set. Absolutely complete and original. I don't find them like that. They're all torn up. I've got great big rose bowls to say tonight. I've got buttons and bows. Oh my goodness. What can I say? I've got cake stands. Folks, I've got the glass tonight. So put some ice cubes. Put some ice cubes. We're going to be here for a while. We're going to be here for a little while, and I will try to find you an amber top for your fairy lamp. I will write that down. Look at this. Karen, for you, this is number 26. For the audience, it makes no difference. It starts at $19. This little guy, let me tell you what's so special about him or her. They retain their pewter lid. These lids, gone. This starts at $19. This is called double donut or donut. Oh. Donut, as we say in South Jersey. Double donut.
Donut.
Double donut by an unknown maker. According to the EAPG website, they don't know who made this. We don't know where it was made. Double donut, also, okay, unknown maker, unknown location, company, unknown. But according to the EAPG website, they believe it was introduced in the 1880s. Mm-hmm. So it's a syrup jug. Oh my goodness. It stands, close to 6 inches tall up to the lip.
I love the double handle. That's really neat.
I love this. Right through here.
Mm-hmm. And you got back in the day finds in at 20.
Look at the lid. Now how you tell if a lid is, I'm not taking this off, but the way you know when these lids are missing, it's pinched on. Yeah. And of course you could really only do that with a soft metal like a pewter or something like that. It's just for pitcher. It's a covered pitcher. And you could have put anything that pours out, that you wanted covered, like to pour out like cream or so forth. But you'll see in.
Sorry, that's my door.
That's all right. When the lid is missing, if you look right here, there will be two little dimples, inward dip, concave, convex. There'll be two.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I should.
Right. There'll be two innies, like an innie belly button. Okay, and then the pewter lid has two outies, and the innies and the outies get together. That's how the lid stays on. So there you go. No chips, no cracks, 1880s, unknown everything. You could be the one to figure out who made it. It's in a catalog somewhere, but the experts don't know. Double donut, circa 1880s. Let's count it down.
Yeah, we got Flower College, PA in it for
10,
WD
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the double donut. And anytime I find these, this is the only one I've ever found that retains its original lid. I just want to throw that out. It's the only one that I've ever got my hands on with a lid. I've seen plenty of them with those dimples and no lid.
All right, that's going to Terry Trahan at 42.
Terry, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And now we've got 300 folks here. Again, I won't go through the whole thing, but thank you for being here, everybody. We're all so happy to have you. I'm glad you're here on a Monday night.
Where else will we be?
Oh, I don't know. Doing laundry, hanging laundry out on the line. Look at this. I'm in love with this thing. Now, this is number 9, Karen, for Karen's benefit, who's keeping track of things. Karen is keeping me on track.
Yes.
Because I can go off track. This thing here, I love. This starts at $20, and I'm going to give you the lowdown on it. It is a beautiful covered dish. It has a chip on the inside rim, which is tiny. We all know what the inside rim is. Last time I said it's like biting the inside of your lip.
Okay. That's a good analogy.
So that's like the inside of the lip. Okay. No chips on the base. Look at the lid. Look at that handle. There's no chips on that handle. Hold it still, Scott. Maybe a little roughness. Hey, guess what? This was introduced in 1884. Look at the flowers on the lid, and they're mirrored on the base.
Oh, nice.
Nice indeed.
I like that.
This is called the Athens pattern.
Oh yes. Okay. You got PA Buzzard at 20.
The Athens pattern by McKee and Sons. I'm sorry, McKee and Brothers. Again, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and later on Jeanette, good old Jeanette. The company operated from 1853 to 1899. Now you say, but wait, Scott, McKee continued into the 30s. Yes, but it wasn't known as McKee and Brothers. Yeah. McKee Glass later leaves Pittsburgh. It's in Jeanette. Remember, there are a lot of reasons why things moved around. The natural gas was depleted. People moved from company to company. Jeanette, Pennsylvania was named after the wife of who? Somebody in the glass industry. Yeah. Jeanette. And so this was introduced in 1884. Athens is appearing in the Montgomery Ward catalogs as early as 1884. It's 9 inches tall. There's the information. Now, Scott, how do you know it was in the Montgomery Ward catalog? If Sid Lethbridge says so, it is. These are the folks at the I'm not messing with glow stuff. I'm sorry. It's all, none of this has the big, for people who collect glass that glows, you don't want this. This is not going to light up in a cabinet. It has, and like Heather can tell you, there might be a little bit of a glow to it, but It is not at all like the 1930s glass with the uranium in it. Yeah. So
it's not going to glow like crazy.
Yeah. So you just won't get, the bright glow. But I know so because the folks at the EAPG database know their stuff. So this appears in the Montgomery Ward catalog, 1884. Montgomery Ward shipped all over the country. Okay. Any bids on that?
Yeah, we have PA Buzzard in at 20.
Okay. I will put the lid back on if there are no questions.
She's from Pittsburgh. They're from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I see that. If there are no questions, we will count this down. It's wonderful to find something with its original lid from 1884. Good grief. This was 100 years old when I was a sophomore in high school. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Good way to not lose that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Oh, I miss Montgomery Ward. I used to go to one in Philly, and that's been gone for a while now. Okay, the Athens pattern is going to go to somebody.
Waiting for the stop.
I'm in the mood. What am I in the mood for? Some Greek and Roman people. We're going to have one next.
All right, that's going to PA Buzzard at 29. Sorry, Angela, you came in just after the stop.
PA, you did good. You're all doing well. All right, look at this. Well, show it to us and we'll look at it. Okay. I am not big on my Greeks and Romans. Are you, Heather? I'm not.
No.
Yeah, that's funny, PA Buzzard, and it's not a picture. I've got one picture tonight, PA Buzzard. One coming up. So I couldn't remember who Minerva was. I thought the snakes, but that's Medusa. Anyway, this pattern is called Minerva. I've got two pieces and I'm going to sell them separately, just in case. Let's start, Karen, with 77A. 77A is an open sugar, and it's in the Minerva. It starts at $10. It is potato chip free at the top. At the bottom, there is some roughness here at the sort of at the very, very base of it. It's flat, but there's a little bit of roughness around here. So it's not perfect, but it doesn't have big chips in it. I hope you're seeing that. It's just some roughness here. It's been slid around on tables. Let's find Minerva. There she is. Well, no, wait.
Oh.
Where are you, Minerva? You're on here twice, and then there's this Roman dude or Greek dude with a scrub brush on his head, wearing a skirt. Well, you know those. I don't know.
Oh, I know you're talking like the Roman soldiers. Yes.
Is he in there? Right? Yeah. See him?
Oh, you can see him now. Just hold it right there.
And then I'll show you Minerva.
There you go. You see the Roman soldier.
Made by Adams and Company. They called it pattern number 17. They were also in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They operated from 1861 to 1891. What happened in 1891? Here we go again.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I have to go back and look at my notes.
To the back of the class. To the back of the class.
That's why I'm always in the back of the class.
I'm teasing. You know, there you go. U.S. Glass. All right.
US Glass.
Remember, in 1891, the United States Glass sucks up about 18 or 19 of these little companies, sucks them all up into a big conglomerate or amalgamation or whatever you want to call it. And it became unwieldy and it just sort of fizzled out. These are the days with hardly any telephones. No, can you imagine trying to manage 17 or 18 different glass companies from Indiana to West Virginia to Ohio to Pennsylvania? What a nightmare. No wonder it imploded. So when you see that companies went out of business in 1891, they got sucked up by United States Glass. But this was introduced in 1881, Minerva.
We got back in the day finds in a 10.
And here is Minerva. Here. So in each one of these, I don't know if you call that a cartouche. I keep saying that, but I don't know that I'm using that word correctly or incorrectly. But in that circle, maybe it's not a cartouche.
Or a cameo? Would it be like a cameo?
Yeah. We'll go with that. You've got the Roman guy there. And then here's a Minerva in a pose. And then we have some grapes, of course. I don't know what we would do without grapes. And then we've got Minerva over here again. And she's got something on her head. Maybe she just got out of the shower. She's got her hair all wrapped up. And this would be like an open sugar bowl. So we will then count Minerva down, and then there's a second one coming up, and I know it looks exactly the same, but look, they're not the same size. That's the spooner. That's the open sugar.
That's right. You're right.
Counting Athena, not Athena, Minerva.
Minerva.
Counting
What a
Minerva.
name, Minerva.
Counting Minerva down. You got some Nerva, girl.
Sounds like she's got something going on. Did it have a lid at one time? So no, that's the open.
This is open, and sometimes, and Karen and I went through all of this. I'll let her answer it. Karen, can you take that and we'll keep the ball rolling? That's a good question. Thank you for asking. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On the Minerva open sugar from 1881. The next Minerva, we're not going to talk so much about it because we've talked about her. I'm giving it 1881 was introduced. This Minerva piece here.
All right, that's going to Angel Burba at 18.
Okay. Thank you, Angel. Let's keep Angela. Let's keep going.
Angela?
Same pattern, same pattern. This is Canada's, of course, you know, 77B. B as in bodacious. This one also starts at $10. It's also the Minerva pattern. This is the spooner. So it's a little bit, it's the same height, but not as wide a circumference at the top. This dates to 1881. Again, Adams Company called this pattern number 17. I don't know why the collectors have, AKA Love's Request is Pickles, Minerva, Roman Medallion. See, you know how this happens. It's just like, I'll use the same example. And again, anybody who wants this, go ahead. Again, it's the no chips or cracks. It's 5 inches tall.
Yeah, Maria's Dollhouse at 10.
5 inches tall. It's this exact same pattern as the one we just looked at. It's just a little bit of a different size, and it's the spooner. That you get all these names, yeah, just like the Anchor Hocking early American press cut. That's what Anchor Hocking called it. You've got people that find it, don't know what it is. They look at it and they go, gee, that looks like it has a Star of David on it. Doesn't look like a Star of David to me, but anyway. They put it on eBay and they call it what? Star of David. It's over. You with me? That's how you get all these names that aren't really the names that the companies gave. It happens. So it's really neat that on this paper that you get the who made it, the year they made it, the name of the company, and this other information from the database. And then to know more, you can go to the Early American Pattern Glass database and see other pieces of it. Let's count it down.
Yeah, I like how they have all these different names and they'll list all the different names. And some of them are so different from each other.
It makes it hard as buyers and sellers.
Yeah.
Very hard. That's why I am a stickler for what is it really called. It is not Star of David. It is an early American press cut. But I can't do anything about it because the die is cast. 10. This is so pretty. 9.
Yeah, Glennon at 13.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Interesting, Karen.
3, 2, 1. That's it. On the second Minerva piece. I see that about the turkey toilet.
Oh,
I haven't seen anything on eBay listed as a turkey toilet.
No.
Is it 25 to Angela? Oh, I'll let you refresh. It could be.
I might have to. I'm gonna have to refresh on that one.
Okay.
I got 2 bids after the stop.
77A. Okay, we're done with that. The spooner is 77B. B. Okay. Who have we got for that?
Come on, chat. All right, I'm seeing Angela Burba again. Yep, Angela Burba.
At 25?
At 25, yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Angela. So both pieces come to you. I appreciate that. Karen, let's do one of these. And I don't remember. Well, now one of these, I think we've got, Karen, this is number 84. Is this the same as the Doyle number 74? Is it the same as the Doyle and Company number 250 block? I think these are the, so we know this, and I'm not sure if I got that, but let's put this down because we're going to come back to that. I think that this is the same pattern. Karen, this is number 84. I'm going to put that in there or I'll lose it. This is a rose bowl. And this stands 6 inches tall. It's in excellent condition. This rose bowl. It stands 6 inches tall. And I think on this piece, it's the same pattern. So look at that. If it is the same pattern as this, and this has the cranberry on it, but big deal. It's a hexagonal shape. Hold on for a second. What are you pointing up? What are the arrows for? Am I missing something that I have to?
I don't know what she's putting arrows at. Just
keep going. Okay.
Yeah, just keep going.
Okay, I'm not sure. Rosie, I just don't know what that means. I believe this to be Doyle and Company. Rosie. Oh, Rosie? No.
No, it's okay. Just keep going, Scott. Okay. It's all right.
Anyway, it is a beautiful, heavy rose bowl. What did I tell you? Did I tell you where it starts? I didn't.
No.
Okay.
I don't see it. It's not in the chat yet.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just waiting to see if it was. This one starts at 20. It starts at 20. Karen, are you telling me? Can you?
Okay, she's got it. 20. Yep.
Yeah, but okay, it's 6 inches tall. I believe this to be made by Doyle and Company, and I believe the pattern that it was called is block. I'm not 100% sure of that. I know this is EAPG, and if it is what I think it is, it was introduced in 1891. And the reason I say that is I've got another piece in the same pattern, and this one is also Doyle and Company, and this is 1892. We're going to have that later. This is, I love this. It's heavy and chunky. Reminds me of Epcot. Yes.
You got Philip Lane and 32. And now Terry Tran and 36.
Look at that. Okay, thank you, Karen. I didn't do that, but could be. It very well could be. So we know this is Doyle block. Look at that. And look at this. Same, really same. But everybody imitated each other. Let's go ahead and count the Rose Bowl down.
Just numbers, please, everyone. Please just put numbers in.
Yeah. You don't have to put your. Thank you, Norma, and I'm so glad you figured out how to come in. I know Norma was trying to figure out how to join, and you did. So welcome, Norma. Yeah, gotcha. Norma's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on that Rose Bowl. I've got another one. Let's do the second one while we're talking about Rose Bowls. It's going to look a lot like that one, but it ain't. And I don't think we identified this one either, Karen. So this will be fun. You'll get a chance to get on the EAPG website and see if you can figure out who made
That's
it.
going to Patricia Neal at 40.
Okay. Patricia Neal?
Yes.
Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. Let's do another one. Karen, this is number 85. This one also starts at $20. Same thing. Again, it is a rose bowl like the other one. And this one stands, again, 6 inches tall. It is heavy. It is absolutely beautiful. There's a ton of wear on the bottom of it, just where we want to see. Crystal clear, no chips, no cracks. And can you see the difference in the other one was hexagonal? Yeah. I'm not going to pick it up. I put it on the floor. But the other one looked like that.
Oh.
With the hexagons. This one, I think they remind me of, there was a candy bar called a Chunky.
Yeah. I like those. Yes.
Doesn't that look like a Chunky?
Yes. It sticks out. It even sticks out a little bit too.
Yeah. It reminds me of a Chunky. So this one in my brain I call the Chunky.
I see Norma at 27.
Yeah. So this is a beautiful heavy rose bowl. Look at the light on it. Again.
It's like a disco ball.
Yes. You got your polyester pantsuit ready, Heather?
No.
I have to tell you, this is awful. The first dance that I ever went to was in the 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a polyester leisure suit, Paldor blue. Be quiet. Matching top and bottom, Paldor blue polyester leisure suit with these awful black shoes. That was the first. That was my
7th grade dances. Those were a big deal. The 7th grade dance.
It was the 7th grade dance that I went to.
Yes, those are big deals.
I am so happy I came along before everybody was snapping cell phones.
Right?
Let's count.
Lisa Cooper at 35.
Okie doke. We'll count this down. This is the last rose bowl that I have tonight, I think. Yep.
Norma is in at 37 now.
10.
Thank you, Norma.
All right, Judy. I have to dig into the old family archives. 10, 9. I did not have a date. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Tell Scott I put information of that in chat. You put information of this in chat?
Yes, she did.
Or about my Paldor blue.
Duncan, George and Sons number 331 from 1890.
This one.
Yes.
Okay, great. So whoever wins, we'll print that out and try to get it to you. But 1890 Duncan. Wait a minute, you told me that. Karen, I've got it right here. Duncan, George and Son, number 331, 1889. Sorry.
Norma, that's going to you for 37. Congratulations. You got that one.
Norma, my new Norma?
Yes. She's
Norma.
got it.
Let me get this written down, and will you, one of my moderators, please type in what Norma needs to send? And Norma, I need to send it. I would like for you to send it to me like now.
Now would be good, please.
Within the next couple of minutes, because I'm going to double check it during intermission and make sure we get connected, Norma, because I want you to be connected to me. And what was the high bid for Norma?
It was 37.
Okay.
Jeffrey, can you put that in for Scott, please?
It was something like Rouse, a roof, R-U-E-F.
R-U-E-F.
Okay. And Norma, don't put it in the chat. Don't put your private stuff in the chat. You send it to me. I want you to look at what Old Hadley Vintage is saying. He put it in there. Thank you, Jeffrey. And you got to remember to tell me whether you have a PayPal account or not, Norma, and we'll get you all set up. You'll be perfectly fine. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, congratulations,
Let's do 62A and 62B, Madam Karen Williams. And this program tonight is in her honor.
She said she sent it to you this afternoon.
I know she did. Who did?
Norma. She sent it to you already, she said.
Okay, I will look at it. And did you put everything in there that you were supposed to? I'll look at it. I'll check it, Norma.
She's gonna call you.
So I'll look at it to make sure it's all in there. Don't forget, Norma, did you tell me whether you have a PayPal account or not? I bet you forgot that. Everybody forgets that. Everybody forgets that part. She probably has it all in there and she can say, nanny, nanny, poo, poo.
She said you did.
Oh, see? Okay.
She's on it, man.
Everybody right now collectively say, Scott, nanny, nanny.
Nanny, nanny, poo, poo.
All right. Look at me calling her out, and she did exactly what she was supposed to do.
She followed your instructions to the T.
Well, go ahead on. Now, it is 5 of 9. I'm not ready to take an intermission yet. Let's keep selling some glass.
Let's keep going.
We're going to start with number 62A, Karen. This starts at 20.
Karen said it. Nanny, nanny, poo, poo.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Miss Williams? You just wait. You better have an X-ray machine when that next batch of peppermint patties get to you.
You didn't send me any peppermint patties.
I'll see you in public. And okay, we're gonna do number 62A. This is called, oh my gosh, I didn't print these out. This is called Lion. Karen, I might need you to, Karen is gonna divorce me. Karen, I might need you to put in the maker of Lion because I didn't print that out. Show it, Scott.
That's what I thought it looked like.
Okay. We know we are back in the 1870s, 80s, 90s. We know that. I didn't print out the information on this, so I have to let Karen tell us. But this is Lion. This is the Lion pattern. This is the covered dish. It starts at $20. Wow.
Gillinger and Sons, 1877.
Gillinger and Sons, 1877. Thank you. I didn't get a chance to print that one out. That one I didn't have. So Gillinger and Sons,
1877.
The beauty of it is you want to look at the lid for any chips on the lion and look at him.
He's great.
He is absolutely perfect. I mean, I even got really closely acquainted with his nose just to see did anybody pick your nose? His nose is perfect. Look at him.
Then you can see the nostrils.
You can look right up in there.
Yeah, he's got no boogers.
The base has sitting lions all around it.
You got Randy Thompson at 21.
It's got its lid. It's covered. Oh my word! And I've got a spooner to go with it in a minute.
Ooh.
But let's just do the Gillinger and Sons 18 something.
77.
Eight inches tall. Close to 6 in diameter, but not quite. You know
28.
how wonderful it is when we find these with lids. And you're right about the reproductions. You really got to study them. And we did. We studied it.
Randy's at 32.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the covered dish with the line. It's small enough for jams or jellies or candy or anything you want. Brussels sprouts, maybe. I like them when they're broiled in that vinegar stuff. What is it? You like them? I like them that way.
Okay, that is clear as day. Jenny Mac at 76.
The lion, the lidded lion.
Yes. Jenny Mac at 76.
Jenny, thank you so much for your bid. Thank you, everyone who placed bids on that. Let's go quick. I really appreciate it. Let's go through the next one. Same pattern, same thing, same deal. This is number 62B for Karen's reference, and it is Spooner. We talked about Spooners. Here it is. We're going to start at $15 on this. Again, it's the same lion pattern that we just saw, and this would be part of the table set. It's just below 6 inches tall. Gillender and Sons, I believe, and we said 1871 or 1877. You can see the resting lions here. And then note we have a rope effect around the top, sort of like a rope effect. And there's no lip. There was no lid. And when we look at the table sets, cream, sugar, Spooner. What was the other one that went in there with it? Isn't that awful? Celery? No. Anyway, I'm losing it. But isn't that nice? So this is the same pattern. Starts at 15. There's the frosted lions on the bottom, just reclining. There are 2 lions on the bottom. And of course, in the Victorian days, the spoons were always out on the table in a spooner. You just grabbed your spoon. They used the spoons, all through the day, more so than knives and forks, I guess. Because there's no such thing as a forker or a knifer,
right?
that I know of.
Back in the days in a 15.
It's funny because when I was a boy, and my father's mother, my grandmother, my father's mother, now she's the one that came down from the Pennsylvania farm, and they'd lived in that house, or that house had been in the family for way over 150 years when she was born in it. And she had something in her china closet, and she was the first one that said a spooner. And it's so funny because she was born like 1918, but even as a girl, a little girl in the 20s and 30s, well, not that little in the 20s and 30s, but yeah, because she still lived with her parents and her grandfather, who was born before the Civil War, those names came down. Like my mother saying, run the sweeper, when she means vacuum cleaner, because her mother said sweeper. It's just funny how words will come down in families, and they weren't really using spooners in the 1930s, but in that old farmhouse they were, and that's what she called it. She wouldn't have known anything on the internet. She wasn't into antiques. She didn't need to be into it. She was surrounded by it. It's just one of those old phrases that sort of came down, and I learned it from her. Yeah, like icebox.
So why did they single out spoons?
I can only think of just lots of coffee and tea just always being on the table,
Sure, yeah.
I can't think of any other reason why spoons were always out, other than they were just used. Yeah, your dad says commode. I can't think of any. Maybe someone else has the scholarly information, but I just think that they drank, tea and coffee. That was what they drank, and they just needed a lot of spoons.
Yeah.
10, 9,
tea, right?
8,
tea. Poodle says
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the lion spooner.
all right. I think I'm just waiting for the stop. All right, that's going to That's going to, where are you? Back in the day finds at 15.
Thank you, back in the day finds at 15. You know I appreciate that. Let's do a cake stand. I don't think I have a name for this, but I might. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Sorry. Karen, this is number 86. I love this thing. We love our cake stands or pedestals. We love them. This bad boy starts at $25, and it is a sweetie. You know why? Because
Look at all those teeth.
look at all those teeth. And we're celebrating what? The 50th anniversary of Jaws, the movie?
Jaws.
Well, I'll tell you what. You got it right here. And I want to tell you something. There ain't a chip on a tooth. I got a couple of chipped teeth. Not here. How does this thing survive from 1890 with no chips on it? Was it reproduced? Nope.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you who made it and how tall it is and all that jazz. It stands 7 inches tall. It will hold a cake of 8 inches in diameter. Yeah. So
Terry's in at 28.
an 8-inch cake will fit in here. Look at that. Look
That's
at
nice.
look at the saw teeth and the base. Now, this is called hexagonal bullseye.
Okay.
Made by Dalzell, Gilmore, and Lighton Glass Company of Findlay, Ohio. The company operated from 1888 to 1899, and this was introduced in the 1890s. So you've got an 1890s cake stand with no chips or cracks, crystal clear. It's not scratched. This has been hiding in a china closet.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Terry's in at 40.
Solid piece. It is, Virginia.
And you don't have to use that for cakes. You can put some bagels on it. You can do little cookies. If you don't have cake around,
Quiche.
yeah, a nice thing for quiche. Pie.
For a brunch.
Mm-hmm.
10. Just like the other one. Did I already sell the other one?
Does it have a rum well?
No, this is it right there. Look how far I can stick my finger in it.
Okay.
That goes
Put a cloche on it. You could put a cloche on it, Karen.
that goes in about a half of an inch deep. About a half of an inch deep right here. See?
Yep, I see it.
I've got another cake stand after that. I've got 2 more cake stands. Shall we do all 3 cake stands now? Let's do them.
Sure.
10,
D and Holly at 50.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the 1890s hexagonal bullseye. And again, you get the info, you get it. It'll come in your box and you'll have that, you'll know. That was number 86.
All right. Jeffrey, who do you see? I see Terry Trahan at 59. Jeffrey, can you confirm that for me?
I think I see that as well.
Because my laptop's too slow. Yes. Okay. Terry Trahan at 59. Sorry, Huckster Foster Fair, you came in after the stop.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Next up is number 67. It starts at 25. It's another unbelievable cake stand.
Oh, smaller teeth.
Introduced in 1889. This one, let me be sure, cannot believe no chips.
Well, that's got a nice bottom.
Oh, thank you. You talking to me?
I knew you were going to say that.
What?
I knew you were going to say that.
One doesn't hear that often anymore.
That's true. When we hit our age, you know.
Well, you know, what are you going to do? Let's keep going. This cake stand, golly jeepers. Now you can get a little bit of a bigger cake on this one. 9 inches. Okay. So we have a 9-inch diameter here. 9 inches. It's got some.
Karen said what number?
Pardon?
Karen said what number?
67. The pattern is called Art, A-R-T. It stands 7.5 inches tall. 7.5 inches tall. This is an inch wider in diameter. Here we have a 9-inch instead of the 8-inch, which was the other one. Nothing here is messed up on this. Now, this thing is called Art by Adams Company of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They operated from 1861 until
1898. I'm trying to pay attention to the chat. I'm doing my job.
Thank you, Joan. They until 1891, when they got sucked up by U.S. Glass. This was introduced in 1889 while it was still Adams and Company of Pittsburgh. It's also known as Jacob's Tears, but
nice.
The Adams Company called it Art. So there it is. What else can you say? Introduced to the American market in 1889. The pattern Art, also known as Jacob's Tears. No chips, no cracks. It does have, I wouldn't call that a rum well. That's so small, it's just part of the mold. But some of them really do have a pretty deep. And I know that, you know, much later, it's like with Falstoria and some of their plates and cake stands and stuff, they did call it a rum well, you know, specifically. But there you go. What can you say? Should we count it down?
Yeah, we got D. Holly in at 50.
Let's count it down. I think D. Holly is a new name, so be prepared for somebody to give you the speech about the info I need. But you're okay, D. We love new folk. Yep. Thanks, Karen, for putting that in. Mm-hmm. They're asking for the high bid.
It's at 50, Randy. 50 is the high bid.
So 10, 9. This has some, you'll see that with age, this one was used. It's not torn up, but there's just a little bit on the top, not much. It's very respectable. And you know me, if it's not respectable, I'm not selling it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll wait for the stop, and we'll because I have electric fans running, and I don't want to get up tomorrow morning and these papers are blown all over town.
Can you imagine if you had all those papers all over your floor when you woke up?
I cannot. How dare you suggest that?
Okay, that's going to D. Haley at 50.
D. Haley, I don't think I know you, so would you kindly send your pictures to dear old Captain Noah?
Thank you, Jeffrey, for the backup. Appreciate that.
Could you send all your information to me, and I will check in my inbox during intermission to make sure we're connected. So all that stuff that I need, Haley, if I don't, if I know you, I know you. But if I don't, D, Haley, will you send all that to me? I would appreciate it. We've got one more cake stand. Then we're going to do a piece of presidential history. Then I have to get up and run around the block for a second because I can't sit in a chair for more than an hour without running around in circles. That's the way I was born. Let's do... Oh, come here to me, you. What are you? Oh, you pretty little thing. You're number 18. For Karen Williams' sake, this is number 18. For the audience, it's not important. The pattern is called Wreath.
Oh, Wreath.
This will start at 20. This one is just shy of 11 inches. Each one has been getting bigger. What's fun to do is to stack them. 11 inch, 10 inch, 9 inch, you know, hey, how you do? Make 3-tier. So this one, we're going to get a larger cake on this one. You can get a 10.5 inch cake on this one. Okay. So this is delightful. This pattern is called Wreath by Bryce Brothers of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The company operated from 1882 until
1891.
Heather, I will treat you to lunch.
I got it right.
You did. In 1891, what happened? They got sucked up by the United States Glass Company. So this was produced in 1880. This was introduced in 1880. Let's look at it.
Oh, that's pretty pattern.
Introduced in 1880. AKA willow oak. Some items shown in the United States Glass Company catalog may have been old stock. So just think about that for a minute. We know that Bryce Brothers made it and they introduced it in the 1880s. So naturally, when they became a part of the conglomerate of United States Glass, they would get their old stock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got Philip Lane at 20.
Along with the molds. And I love how a lot of these are hollow. And some of them, as you well know, had a cork stuffed in the bottom with little dried flowers in it. I had one.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I had one that I sold, I don't know, about a year ago. It had its original cork. You could pull the cork out and were little decorative flowers. And it had the patent date on it of the 1880s. It was all 100% original.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
I sold that for way over $100 because it had that original cork with the flowers up in it. It was fantastic.
That is.
You remember that? Some folks remember it. They've been watching.
Yeah, they do. They remember it. Yep.
Okay, no chips, no cracks. Again,
Philip at 25.
Let's count down this Wreath pattern. This is the last cake stand, and it's the largest diameter. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Now you go down there and be quiet. Actually, you go over here and you be quiet. I used to hear that phrase a lot when I was a kid. Go over there and be quiet.
All right, that's going to Briarly at 50.
Thank you, Briarly. I appreciate that. Do you remember your presidential history? I would like to dedicate this in the honor and memory of my father, who got me excited about presidential history as a little boy, because he loved presidents and presidential history. He didn't study it, in school any more than anybody else does. But he had a home office, and there was a wall that was bookshelf that was built into the wall, shelves from the floor. There were cabinets down below, but it went all the way to the ceiling and filled with books. And I would go down there as a kid and pull different history books down and presidential books. And he collected some presidential things, not big time, but some stuff. That's the only way that a 12-year-old boy knew the 4 presidents who were assassinated. Who can name all 4 of them?
Not me.
Yes, you can. This one, not Lincoln.
Washington.
Washington wasn't assassinated. You know that.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I'm reading the chat.
This is
Sorry, that was terrible.
This is number 78.
Oh,
yeah. You see if you
I'm talking to Jenny about birthday cake.
Well, Gail Cathy got them all in there. Garfield, McKinley, Lincoln, and Kennedy. This isn't Lincoln. It's not Kennedy. It's not McKinley. It's Garfield. And boy, we don't find a whole lot of Garfield memorial pieces. This is a mourning piece. Mourning spelled, the sad mourning, like mourning dove. This is called Garfield Drape, also made by the Cooperative Flint Company in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. They operated from 1879 until the 1930s. This was introduced in 1881, and I shall read to you what it says.
Did you give Karen a number? The starts with the N.
She doesn't need it, but I tell her that it's number 78.
Okay.
The price is $20. I'm sorry, is that what you meant?
Yes, the start wasn't.
I apologize. It's $20. I thought it's spelled on the plate, Scott. What do you mean it's spelled on the plate?
It's spelled on the plate. Oh, I guess mourning is spelled on the plate is what she's saying.
Well, it says we mourn our nation's loss. We mourn our nation's loss. Born November the 19th of 1831. Shot July 2nd, 1881. Died September 19th, 1881. So we have the birth date, the date he was shot, and the date he died. And they're calling it the Garfield Drape. It's funny because Garfield, his name is not on here anywhere.
Oh.
And when I saw it, I was with
Carmen.
Carmen, thank you. How did you know? I was with Carmen, and
She asked earlier if you were going to have the plate you found, so I'm assuming that was the plate.
I had to get down on the floor to tie my shoe or something. This was literally on the floor, covered in dust.
Yeah.
I picked it up and I went, and I knew Garfield as soon as I saw him because my father, because of all the presidential stuff that he had in the house when I was a boy. There's Mr. Garfield. Notice it doesn't say Garfield anywhere on the plate.
No. You got Florida Golden Girl in at 40.
Nowhere does it have Garfield on the plate. And this is the kind of thing that was done, I mean, can you imagine serving your dinner rolls on what's this? Oh, shot. And, today we think, ugh. But Victorians had a whole different relationship with death. As you know, I'm not teaching you guys anything. You guys know all of that. There's a lot of wear on the back, and it's wonderful. Let's count it down. I don't think there's any questions about it.
Nope.
Yep, his image is right there. His name isn't, but his face is. 10, 9, 8, ouch, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. All right, Mr. Garfield, let me put a piece of tape over you so we don't lose the magic paper. How are we doing, everybody? Are you having fun? I want you to have fun tonight.
I think they're having fun.
And
That's going to Florida Golden Girl for 40.
And I want you to Wang Chung tonight. Not King Chung. Remember King Chung?
Yeah. I'm not going to sing that song, though.
Wasn't King Chung that Chinese food and that came in 2 cans? We've talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that, Heather?
Yes.
You do?
I think so.
Yes, you do. There were 2 cans of it. One can had the wet stuff in it. Oh, Chung King. That's it. Chung King.
That's it.
What did I say? King Chung?
King Chung. Yeah, backwards. That's right.
Pay no attention to me. Allow me, if you would, kind folk, to sell one more item. It's not one more. We're going to keep going, but we're going to take our intermission at 9:30. I'm going to check email, make sure I heard from D. Haley. Double check, make sure I got everything I needed from Norma Roof.
Norma, yeah.
And I need to take just a little bit of break and go get some ice. Now, let me tell you something. I know you know what it is. You know that we just don't find these complete anymore. This one's complete. And it is all there. For Karen's sake, this is number 73. It starts at just $35. Circa 1900. And it's a cruet set. Let me tell you, it's all original. All of the glass matches. The cruet tops match. The stoppers. It spins.
Norma's in at 40.
Every Victorian table had one of these.
Who made the silver?
Huh? The lids are complete. I will ask huh?
That's amazing that the lids are there.
The silver plate is Rogers Brothers.
Mm.
I'm going to show it to you a little bit more. This would have been marketed by Rogers Brothers. Now, who made the glass? I don't know. It's the same thing as when Farber Brothers in Brooklyn in the 30s got their glass from Cambridge, put it into their chrome fittings. They marketed it. They didn't need to give credit to Cambridge because they're marketing it under their own name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing here. Rogers Brothers would have marketed it and sold it because the glass company didn't also do the metal work. A few little dents here, but look how pretty the pattern is on here. When I say circa 1900, I really think we're in the 1880s because I look at this and I see a lot of aesthetic movement. This like sash that comes down is very popular.
Oh, that's very, yes.
It's a very 1880s kind of thing. The way the flowers are on there. This is just wonderful. And look at how they have etched. And so you have the 2 cruets, right? You get your oil and vinegar. Let me just set it down for a minute. You always have an oil and vinegar. Look, the cruet tops match.
That's beautiful.
The cruet jugs, that one's got water in it. Everything's been washed. And then this is what's... Here you have a shaker with its top on there.
Oh, the top's in great condition.
And here you have the little mustard pot, whatever condiment, or whatever condiment's put in it. It's all This is all original. And it is marked here then on the caddy. Let me hold that up. Look at the handle at the top. I love that.
Mm.
Let's go all the way up. Here it is.
You got Norma in a 48.
Okay. This is a little bit out of whack. I would leave it just like it is. See, it's a little bent there. It's a little cattywampus. It sits flat on the table. Don't get upset about that. It is not easy to find these. Everything's there. But in this case, it's all there. Are there any questions?
Nope. Karen's taking care of the questions.
We
got Norma in at 57.
If anybody ever says, Scott, you make it look so easy, I cannot do it without the help of folk like the folk helping me tonight. I can't do it. 10. And the Rogers Brothers mark, by the way, is right here. So whoever gets this, he ripped me off. There's nothing on the bottom. No, it's right here. And I'm not going to turn it upside down, but there is a Rogers Brothers mark right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the Rogers Brothers 1880s, 1890s cruet set. Oh, now you get over there and be still. What number were you? Wait a minute, I've already lost my 73. Get in there.
Woohoo! Oh boy. Okay. Getting a little back up with this one. I see Norma in at 95, but I need a double check on that, please. Norma is at 95. Lots of bids going on there. Yes, Norma for 95. Norma Roof at 90.
It is Roof. Norma, I'm looking at your email right now. I am not okay, hold on. I'm not going to announce anything, Norma. I've got your name. I've got your address. Okay, here's what you didn't tell me, Norma, and I need you to write back to me. I need you to tell me in your email whether you have a PayPal. Wait. Oh, wait. Yes, you did. I may make to address. I give you further information. Huh? Okay, Norma, I've got your name, your address. I need you to write to me and tell me would you write to me now and tell me whether you have a PayPal account or not. It's unclear from your email. I'm looking at it. You don't have to tell me in the chat. Because when you write to me, you've got to tell me what email address you used when you created your PayPal account. It's got to be that email address so I can send you an invoice.
Right.
And I see your last name is pronounced Roof, and I apologize, we were saying it wrong. Oh, you say I need further instructions. Well, here's the instructions. PayPal account, yes or no. If you don't have one, you can check out as a guest. Okay. So if you'll write to me, Norma, I'll double check it. Let's go back, and I still have to check on my other lovely person, and I will. But while I'm doing that, how about we bring in Miss Heather? Ready, Miss Heather?
Ready. Yes.
There she is.
Here I am. Go run around the block.
Everyone, if you would kindly afford me 2 minutes to get some ice and run around the block for a second. Heather, I'd like you to do some interpretive dance. I'm going to put on some music.
Oh, not happening.
This is unrehearsed. Heather shall now entertain you with her interpretive dance, and I shall be right back. Yeah, you interpret. You interpret that any way you want. Don't go away, everyone, because when we come back,
Don't go away.
We've got colored pieces of glass.
Oh, that's right. You're bringing colors tonight. That's really cool.
A little bit, not much. It's hard to find.
I would think so. Yes.
Heather, tell them when your next sale is.
I will. Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Heather from Revive It Sisters. We have our live sale. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow is our sale. Karen, no, I am working on the invoices for our book sale today and tomorrow. I need to go get bubble envelopes. So if you did not get an invoice from me from the book sale, that will be coming most likely tomorrow, if not by Wednesday. And thank you, Karen, for reminding me about that. So our live auction is tomorrow night, and we have some pretty cool. Shane picks out all the items, and she does a fantastic job at it. How she puts everything together. I don't know how she does that, but that she does that. So you gotta come over tomorrow. I will probably put out a preview tomorrow of what's. I always do a preview before our sale. Sometimes on. Thanks, Karen, for putting the it in the chat. I try to do a preview on Monday, but most likely it happens on Tuesdays. So tomorrow morning I'll put a preview, and I always do a little dance or some kind of music with it.
I'm waiting.
I'm not doing it now. I can't
Get up and do your dance.
No.
Shake your cruets.
Shake your cruets. I don't have any cruets to shake. Well, maybe I do.
Do something about that.
I got some green lamps up there. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Shane is, I don't know if she's sleeping or not. She might, she's probably sleeping by now because we're still getting up early. Like around 6 and everything. So.
Yeah, you're still stuck on that early time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay. How much did it go for? I don't know what they're.
Which one are you saying?
I don't know.
You're gonna wait a long time, old Hadley, for me to be dancing. Of course, I do car dancing sometimes. You have to go back and watch my shorts. I do some dancing when no one's watching. You know.
Okay.
I had my earbuds in when I was shipping. I was dancing while I was shipping.
Hey, I have to interrupt you for just a second.
Yeah.
D. Holly, who won whatever it is. I did get your email, but you've got to tell me if you have a PayPal account or not. So you did include an email address, but I don't want to assume that is the email address to your PayPal account unless you tell me. So would you please write back to me again and let me know, do you have a PayPal account, and is that your PayPal account email? It's I know it sounds, I'm not harping on it, but if we don't get that correct, then it just takes like 2 or 3 days for us to go back and forth on it. So that's an important key. Will you let me know that, please? Everything else I have, so thank you so much. Fantastic. I just don't know if the email address that you put in your information is a PayPal account email. All right. Sorry.
Yeah,
Heather.
that is important. I know it sounds minimal, but it is actually important.
Oh, we won't get together if we don't have that. Yeah, we have to have that.
Because then we think you got it when you really didn't get it, and then we got to go back and do the copy and the link thing. So
yeah, and then PayPal sends out reminders. We can send reminders, but PayPal will also do it. It reminds you, you have an unpaid invoice. So if you'll do that for me, that'd be great. Well, I'm back in place. Did you get it all in there?
I did. It's all in there.
You got everything you want to say?
Yeah, we're all good.
Well, shall we keep the ball rolling?
Of course.
Okay, then let's do it. We'll see you in a little bit, Heather.
Okay.
Okie doke. Karen, this is number 7. This starts at $35. And I've been waiting to bring this to you. This was introduced in 1891. I wonder why. Oh my gosh. Oh
Ooh,
my
that looks
gosh.
heavy.
By golly. This starts at $35. This is the Cordova. Be quiet, lid. This is the Cordova pattern. Thank you, Norma. I will look at it. Thank you so much, Norma. The Cordova pattern by O'Hara Glass Company of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Natural gas, converging rivers, railroads, Pittsburgh. That company operated from 1875 until 1891. Wonder what happened in 1891. And this was introduced in 1891, and it is a great big covered, you know what. Look at the handle on the top or knob. Look at that.
Oh, wow. That is big.
That is not going to slip out of your hands.
No. Randy's in for 35.
$5. Get out of town. It's
35.
No chips on the outer lip or the inner lip.
That's perfect then.
None. How about the piece itself? Chip free, no potato chips. How about the base? Excellent. Look at that wear, just how we like it. And this too has one of those hollow. A lot of these old ones have these hollow stands.
Yes.
How tall is it? I think this is handsome. And I can't believe that it's from 1891. How old is that? What? I'm not good at math. I didn't take math. I dropped out of math in 3rd grade. It's 10 inches tall. I remember once I got in trouble because I didn't know my multiplication tables. My father came home, or my mother, might have been my mother. They came home with these great big, huge pieces of oak tag. Remember we used to call it oak tag before we called it poster board?
Oh, the poster board, yeah.
And I had to sit in my room with a magic marker and write all those multiplication tables out. Ugh.
Oh, wow. Patricia Neal's in at 40.
It's 10 inches tall. You can get a lot of trifle in this.
Yeah, that's a big one.
By 7.5 in 7.5 in diameter. You're awful at math too, Angela. I should be better because I'm a musician, and a lot of times musicians are really good at math, but maybe I'm not the best musician.
Whole lot of peas.
I love peas. Fresh garden peas. I can eat them. 134 years old, the Cordova pattern. Again, you're getting all the research, and you can go right to the early American pressed glass pattern and find it.
We have Patricia Ray home at 46.
Let's count it down. It is Coca-Cola. All of my energy, Marie's Dollhouse Adventure, none of my energy comes from alcohol or caffeine. And anybody who knows me knows at 6 o'clock in the morning I'm like this, and at 10 o'clock at night I'm like this. So when you want to know what's in my cup, it is Coca-Cola. Just telling you.
Tell you like it is.
Am I lying, Heather?
No.
You've been around me enough. Whew.
Yeah. And I have seen you at 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's ready to go.
What have you seen? That's right. At the I want to know why you've seen me at 4 o'clock in the morning. You better start splaining, girl.
I want to see your face. Yes, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Marie, let me continue. I can drink 8 cups of coffee at midnight, and I can go to sleep at 5 after midnight.
That's
Caffeine
good.
does nothing to me. So we count it down?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Before we say something else.
What are we going to say?
We got PA buzzard in at 48.
It's true, Marie. Yeah. 10. Wait, let me put this in before it blows away.
Scandal.
What scandal? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Ooh. What number were you? Come here to me. Number 7. Number 7.
There she is. Patsy M at 68.
How do you know I'm not drinking decaffeinated? You know they make decaffeinated. You're just... But I told you. 68 Patsy?
Yep, 68 to Patsy.
McCarthy?
Yes. Patsy M at 68. It's hard to find caffeine-free Coke. I used to drink caffeine-free Coke all the time, but it's hard to find that.
Really, I can find it, but I don't care whether it says caffeine or no caffeine, or I just don't. I do drink the stuff without. Let's keep going. It's not important.
I drink a lot of iced tea.
Yeah, oh, I love iced tea, and I drink that a lot too. I just don't have any right now, but I love iced tea. I'm a big iced tea drinker too. We haven't had a celery. Why have we not had a celery? This is number 6.
We haven't. We've had schooners. Yes, we have.
We don't have one. Celery. This is number C1, and it starts at $15. We'll see if anybody wants to sell. This is a handsome celery. Looks like a honeycomb pattern. Now we've been through celeries, so we're not going to go over and over and over and over and over and over celery. If you want to see a lot about celeries, look at my EAPG Extravaganza number 1. Remember all that celery? Woo!
Yes.
This is chip-free, crack-free. There's a little roughness here around the pattern, but it is not. It's not an issue with this. Again, chip-free, crack-free, and it's not cloudy. Usually, celeries can be cloudy because of the amount of water that's been sitting in them, but this one isn't. 8.5 inches tall. Made by Doyle and Company. This was pattern. They call this pattern number 3. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They operated from 1852. This is the oldest piece I've got tonight. They operated from 1852 until 1875. This pattern was introduced in the 1860s. This is the oldest piece of glass that I've got tonight that I know of, because we have an introduction of 1860s. Wow.
That's all. Yeah, 1816. Wow.
So again, you'll get the information with it. And this particular celery, I think I told you, but now 8.5 inches, 8.5 inches tall.
Mr. G is in at 15.
And this is C1. C1. Pattern number 3 is just simply called pattern number 3. It's got like a honeycomb pattern on it.
Yeah.
Well, Lincoln was assassinated in 64. Right? Right at the end of the war.
Yeah.
Or was it 65, Philip? The April of 65? I believe it was sometime in April. It was in the spring of What shall we count it?
Yeah, watch when you guys put the years in. Yeah, I'm thinking that's a year, not a bid.
Yeah, we'll give it a second for that to pass over.
We have Mr. G in at 15 is what I see.
Haley would like it for $1,865. Haley, you're the winner. I will only accept a money order or a cashier's check. All right. What's Heather? What's our highest bid? You're working tonight.
It's 15.
$15. I'm pulling it. I'm
selling
this for 15. What?
Mr. G's in at 15.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
We got Genie. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. A celery that dates from the 1860s. Oldest piece I've got tonight, I think. But not everybody knows what to do with a celery. Or, what are you going to do with a celery? We use it as a vase today,
Exactly. Celery vases are a great size for a vase.
They're lovely as vases.
Okay, I believe that's going, and Jeffrey can back me up. Gina Mackey at 27. At 27, Gina Mackey.
Gina, thank you.
Yes, Jeffrey confirms. Yes,
coming your way. Karen, we didn't figure out this buttons and bows stuff, and I know everybody wants it, but we didn't figure that out, did we? The compost and the tray, number 88 and 89. I'm going to bring it, but I'm not going to bring it yet. Let's first do number 23, because I think it looks like there's an owl in it. An owl, the bird,
Ooh.
Or the, huh?
Woo!
Woo! Yeah, that thing. Is an owl a bird? Yeah.
An owl's a bird, yes.
Okay, this is number 23. Oh, Daisy and Button. All right. I always say I always get it wrong because I want to sing Buttons and Bows by Dinah Shore. But we'll come back to that if I'm allowed. I think this looks like it has an owl in it. This thing, Karen, for you, it's number 23, and this starts at $16.
Mm-hmm.
Does that look like the face of an owl to you?
Oh, yes.
See it?
Yes, I do. That's great.
This is the first little decorative ruffled bowl, I think.
Yeah, I think so. You haven't had that. Mm-hmm.
Well, let me tell you about it. This was made by the Imperial Glass Company, and they referred to it as line number 292.
Line, yeah, line. Mm-hmm.
Line number 292. Some of you see hearts. I see a heart with an owl's face in it. I love it.
It even looks like it has wings, like on the sides of it, like little fans going down.
Yeah, it does. It does. I hadn't noticed that. I hadn't noticed that, Heather. Good eye. I hadn't noticed that at all.
I love that. That's so cool. Old Uglies in a 30.
Made by the Imperial Glass Company. This is pattern number 292. Bel Air, Ohio is where the company operated, and they operated from 1904 to 1984. That was introduced in 1905. 1905. And it is chip-free, crack-free. Love the ruffles.
That's a good size.
9 inches across, pretty much from the widest spot.
Carries in a 35.
If you wonder what that noise is, it's me pulling tape off of things. so I can tape it to it so it won't blow away. But there it is. I just love this thing. Get out in there and find this glass. Save it. I need you to do that. My great-grandfather, my grandfather, my aunts, uncles, I had lots of people in the glass industry from the 1880s onward here in South Jersey. This glass will never be made again. It is ignored by a lot of people in thrift shops because it doesn't glow like the big green stuff, or, oh, it's crystal, it's just clear glass. It's out there and it's worth saving, and you will love it. You'll have tables filled. You can research it. It's such a fun thing. Okay. And I still owe you your surprise, Briar, and I haven't picked it out for you yet. I'm just going to give you some. Oh, I want to tell you something else. We're going to count this down in a minute. But as an example, I want to show you a lot of times you'll see this kind of thing. And guess what? The glass went in like this, right? So here's one that's empty, that's waiting for a piece of glass. Here's another one. You would see this. Now that one doesn't fit in there, so we'll pull that out. But
I never thought to put that in there.
You'll find a lot of these. And you see, including in the fact that it's pushed out here to accommodate ruffles. So
right, because with the Fenton ruffle, I always thought just for a Fenton ruffle bowl that's what, but I never thought to put the clear in there.
Well, this was all done, and you would find these, and you'd hear bride's basket, and you'd hear all these names and whatnot. And when I find these, I get them, and because a lot of times they're missing. We'll count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the Imperial piece. $1905. Now you get over there. Oh, I can't believe I forgot these. Oh my gosh. I almost. Calm down, because you got to find out who won that first.
Okay, that's going to Rhonda Gentry for 67. Jeffrey can back me up on that one, but I believe, Gina, you came in after the stop there.
I've got it. And Rhonda, I'll hold it with your other things that you asked me to hold. And I know why I won't announce it, but I'll hold it like you asked me to hold the other things. We'll hold on to it for you, Rhonda. Rhonda, and thank you for your bid.
You. Yes, thank you, Rhonda. Rhonda Gentry at 67.
I am so excited to bring these to you. This was, okay, Karen, this is number 80. Okay. I've got to tell you a story.
Okay, we like your stories.
About 2 months ago, I'm in a thrift shop. And I see that. I say, okay, that's EAPG. I know it. I've handled enough of it, you know. I've looked at enough of it, you know, felt it, smelled it, pinged it, dinged it. You got to get your hands on it. I knew it was EAPG. Yeah. Wait, I've got to confirm something. Yeah. So anyway, so I say, okay, well, what am I going to do with one stem? But I picked it up anyway. Then I continued looking around, and I found another one. And I found another one. And I found another one. And I'm going, okay, reproduction. Four of these don't survive. Wait a minute. I found 10
10. Oh, wow.
I'm going to confirm the other 6 are in the other room. I'm just showing you 4. I'm taking pictures like mad. I'm right there in the store. I got. Later that day, Karen and I are back and forth. It's this, is that. It's this, is that. It's real. It's not. It's fake. We spent hours on these, and I mean hours. We determined it's the real thing, and I've got a set of 10.
Wow, that's amazing.
Hold on. I didn't write it down. Let me go and count. There's 4. Give me a minute. I just need to make sure that I do have 10. Hold on.
All right, well, hold on.
Then I'll tell you the price and everything. I apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 of them. You should always be suspicious when you find a large number of anything, right? Be suspicious of that. I was suspicious. Here's what we've got. And we're starting at $80. You're not going to get a set of 10 EAPG. We're starting at 80 on these. And it is number 80. And we're starting at 80. We'll see what happens. Here's what they are. Chip free, crack free, all of them.
That's amazing.
They're 5.5 inches tall. This pattern is called originally Campbell, Jones and Company, line number 260. These were introduced in 1884. Later, they were continued by Jones, Cabot, and then either the old stock, which is likely, or a few of the molds, which is unlikely, were acquired by Bryce Brothers in 1891. Campbell Jones and Company, the tableware produced products of the 19th century. That's Pittsburgh Glass, Pittsburgh. So and this is the reason why it took us so long to figure this out. This is a goblet, it's a stem, and it can be for wine or water. 10 of them. Now, what we don't know is if they are, because they use the same mold. Okay. So they are either 1884, introduced in 1884 by Campbell and Jones, or as late as 1891 when Bryce Brothers acquired the molds. So either way, you see how you can't tell because it was the same mold. 10 from 1884 or 1891. It's all there. And if you want to double check us, you'll get this. Yeah, water. Here we go. And here's all that information. And all this comes from, this doesn't come from an eBay listing or a Pinterest listing or just some random Google. You can believe what it says in the EAPG database.
Yes, you can.
All 10 of them, that's at $80. That's less than $10 a stem. That's what, like $8.70 a stem? I don't know, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like math. I shouldn't say that, but I don't like it. These must have been in some estate, and they've been sitting in some family estate for all these years, and I just happened to walk in and find 10 of these beautiful fine cut panel glasses. So we're just going to spend another second. I'm ready to put in a hard stop or count them down if we get a bid on them. I don't see one yet. We'll give
no bid yet. Nope.
Okay. Let me just give you the measurement again. They stand 5.5 inches tall.
Jeannie Mackey's in an 80.
And when you have your dinner guests over, 10 people can be having a delicious glass of wine or water, whatever you want, and they're all drinking out of stems that were introduced in either 1884 or 1891. I just think that is...
That's fantastic. You have Gina in at 80.
10. Let me put them over here and put the papers down. I get so excited.
And they didn't change the name. They just kept it as that line number. They didn't make a different name.
You can see that on the paper. I've put it down now. I'm not trying to dismiss you. I have put it down. I don't know that, they might have I don't know. Yeah, originally it was line number, whatever I said. And then later the other company called it fine cut and panel.
Okay.
So that's how I think about the old stuff. Yeah. So let's count those down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Now we will do the colors. I promised we were going to do colors. We're going to do colors. So yeah, originally line number 260.
All right, that's going to Gina Mackey at 80.
Gina
Mackey, M-A-K-I.
Gina Mackey. Thank you, Gina. Information comes with them. All 10.
That's amazing, Gina. Thank you. Congrats.
I will never walk into a thrift store again and find 10 original stems from the 1880s, 1890s.
Well, never say never.
Let's do some colored glass, shall we? I've got some neat ones here for you tonight. We've got some colors. What colors have we got? We've got blue. We've got green. We've got red. We've got cranberry stained. A little bit different from flashed. And we got a big whopping, and you talk. Now, let's do this one first. The only piece here that is absolutely glow in the dark, you could put a black light on this and drive your car, put it on the hood. You could drive your car from here to wherever and see everything. Talk about glow in the dark. This is custard, and boy, does it glow. But it's got a bad condition problem, and I'm going to tell you what that is. But it was worth saving. It's number 75, Karen. This, I think I remember.
I love that.
You do?
Yeah.
This is called Pagoda. I didn't print the maker out of this one, Karen, and I apologize. If Karen can put it in, I so apologize for that. But the pattern is called Pagoda. And let me show you the damage before we put a price on it. Well, I will say it starts at 20, but please don't bid until I show you the damage. It's bad. At some point, that got whacked off. See it?
Yeah.
That's the glue line. Now let me turn it this way. Look, however, kids, it was a clean break.
Mm-hmm.
It is repaired by an amateur, but look at it from here. Okay? All you see is a little bit of the glue line. I was not going to let this go, even though someone saved that piece that got whacked off. They glued it back on the best they could, and it's not that bad.
It's a good repair, yeah.
It's a good repair for an amateur. Yeah, and it was such a clean break. Now, this is custard glass, yeah? And I'll tell you, there is enough glow in the dark in here. This is the one piece. Boy, this will light up. Look at the gilding. These look like they were gilded as well, and most of that is gone. There are no chips here. That's the damage, was that whack. So got a damaged piece, but it is so hard to find. Introduced in 1899, has matching berry bowls. Thank you so much for putting that in there.
Really? Wow.
So the pagoda pattern, introduced in 1899.
Yeah, you can sort of see it glowing without even the black light.
Oh, you don't need a black, yeah, custard, Victorian custard glass. It'll glow. So this is the master bowl. And again, I don't have any of the berries, but wow. That one measures.
You got Norma in for 22.
Almost 11 inches across, and it stands about 5 inches tall. Let's count number 75 down, the pagoda pattern from the 1899 era. 10.
That's gorgeous.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And I'm so excited we still have 300 and some folks here tonight. So glad you're here.
Yeah.
Just EAPG. I'm so glad you're here. Let me put that number in there. Now,
and that's going to Jenny Mac for 57.
Thank you, Jenny.
That's beautiful, Jenny.
Look. Now, I don't know if Lisa the RN is still with me. Don't worry, Lisa. This is not the one that you won. Scott, you sold that a month ago. I did not. I sold one just like it, but it didn't have the same thing on it. This is number 83 for Karen Williams' knowledge. This starts at 15. This is called the Colorado pattern. It's part of the States series.
Oh, yes. Colorado pattern.
The
Yes.
United States series. This one is etched with a name. This is Atlantic City. Yep. 1904. It starts at $15. You can see here Atlantic City. This would have been bought on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. It's dated 1904. And it was given to, can you read it?
Mother.
Mother. United States Glass Company. This was pattern number 15057, also known as Colorado, the States series, made by the United States Glass Company, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 1891 to 1962. This was introduced in 1898. Introduced in 1898. No chips or cracks. It's got the gilding on the bottom. Today we go on vacation and we buy a t-shirt or a baseball cap or a refrigerator magnet. Our great-great-grandparents, when they took the train to Atlantic City, they would buy a piece of souvenir glass and they would have it etched and with the date, and they would take it home and give it to mother, brother.
Patsy's in for 15.
And that's
I like those state patterns. They're really interesting.
And I got another one, Heather. We got another state pattern coming.
Oh, cool.
That glass is green, not flashed, not, that's green glass. The next piece that's coming up is stained glass.
Oh,
got this down.
That's a new one.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one. That's it. Who were you? You were number 83. Okay, sit down. Okay.
Well, I think that's going to Lisa RN for 26.
Lisa, you get both of them. You got the other one that you won.
If someone wants to confirm that for me, though, please. Karen or Jeffrey, can you confirm that? Because someone did come after the stop. I see Lisa RN at 26.
All right, Lisa.
Okay. Yep. There it is.
Look at that. Now, I told you guys to Google that guy. Did any of you do it? This was made, this is number 74 for Karen. This is our indexing. This is just for us, you know, quality control here. This is the Doyle and Company pattern number 250 by Doyle and Company of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They operated from 1868 to 1891. I'm not going to say it because we already know. This was introduced in 1891. It's also known as the block pattern. This particular pattern number, did I tell you the starting price? No, I did not.
No.
$8.
$8.
I know.
It's a bargain.
Line number 2019 can be documented to around 1891 based on late Doyle catalogs and price lists and early U.S. glass catalogs, but it could have been earlier. It was definitely introduced no later than 1891. How neat is it to substantiate that? Because it's dated 1892. So he's right on the money. Introduced in 1891, and here we've got one. Scranton. I love Scranton. A lot of my relatives are from there. And the name on it is Charles S. Bestetter, 1892. I thought it was somewhat unusual that it had a man's full name on it like that. Just normally don't see that. I normally see women or just like the first name, but from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Charles S. Bestetter. And my little paper is in there. And I love that it's dated 1892. Which and that fits right in with the research. In fact, Karen, we're going to send a picture of this to the database. That'll help them substantiate, because they're saying here that they don't think that this was introduced any later than 1891. If they had said on this paper they didn't think it was introduced later than 1893, we would have proof that that's wrong, because this is dated 1892.
Right.
So anyway, and that's so wonderful. So there it is. It's a little drinking glass, little water glass, whatever, souvenir glass. And I love it. And we'll count it down.
Deb, you got Patsy in for 10.
Okay. Thank you, Patsy. Number 74. Let's count it down. 10, 9. Wait a minute. 10, 9, 8, and go on Ancestry and find out who he was. 10, I didn't do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. 1892.
Mm-mm.
Patsy M at 10.
I believe, yes. Patsy in at 10.
Patsy, thank you so much. This is number 70, Karen. This is the Regent pattern. Look at that color. That is not flashed on. That's not painted on. That is the color of the glass. It is starting at $12. Look at that blue.
That blue with the gold is amazing.
The Regent pattern was introduced by Northwood.
Oh, Northwood. I love Northwood.
Of Wheeling, West Virginia. They operated, well, Northwood, Harry Northwood, okay, 1902 to 1924. This was introduced in 1903. So this is a Northwood piece.
We got Karen Taylor at a 30.
This is an early piece of Harry Northwood, who started manufacturing. He came from England, didn't he? 1902, and this was introduced in 1903. So this may be one of the oldest. This is right there at the beginning of Harry Northwood. It stands almost 5 inches tall. Let's call it a footed sherbet, I guess.
Yeah, or a small candy bowl, pedestal bowl. Karen Taylor's in for 45.
What else can I say? Most of the gilding is there, but such an early piece of Northwood, being that it was introduced in 1903, the second year of operation by old Harry Northwood. I like that color too, Angela, and thank you for looking up that compote. Okay, compote. I called it a tall sherbet. Karen, in capital letters, she's cursing at me with her capital letters. She says it's a compote. It's a little one. What was it telling you? I don't remember. Oh, thank you for looking up our Scranton dude. He was the treasurer of Scranton, treasurer of Scranton.
Oh. Charles was the treasurer. Okay, there you go.
We'll count the Northwood. We'll count the Northwood piece down. 10.
There we go.
How regal. 10. Would you feed your cat out of it?
You could.
10.
I don't have a cat.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 2, 1. That's it. And I know what time it is. We're still going. I'm going to ask the crowd, should we keep it going or are we ready for bed? We're at least going to do one more piece of colored glass.
All right, that's going to Karen Taylor at 60.
Karen Taylor?
Karen Taylor at 60.
Okay, Karen Taylor got the early Northwood piece at 60. Karen, thank you. Let me put a tape on it. Put a piece of tape on it. Shall we keep going or shall we go to bed?
Going. They're saying keep going.
Heather, do you need to duck out?
No, I'm good. I don't have to work I don't have to work my regular job.
Well, I'm not going to run us up until midnight. We've got another piece from the States series. Now, this one I have memorized because it's just one that I have been able to find in the past. Karen, this is number 76, and we're going to start. Uh-oh.
No uh-ohs. We're doing so well.
Oops. Okay, I made a mistake. I wrote Florida Golden Girl down on the wrong line. She only won one thing tonight.
I believe it was the Garfield plate. I believe. I'm scrolling up, but I believe it was the Garfield plate.
Wait, why do you say damn? Don't say damn, Florida. You're fine. You didn't do anything. You're fine. I just put your name in the
Is she
wrong.
here?
Huh?
Is she still here?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that's true.
Okay.
Yes.
What's true? Did you win the Garfield plate? I just wrote you down in the wrong spot. I can go back and look at it again.
Florida, did you win the Garfield plate? Jeffrey's saying yes.
Okay. My mistake. Florida Golden, you won the Garfield plate, and I believe the high bid was 40. I will double check it before I send you an invoice.
Yes, I believe that's right, Scott. And she's saying yes.
To the price as well? She could say, no, I won it for $2.60. Florida, you know, I'll double check. Okay. All right. So this is thank you everyone. This is number 76. Give me just a moment. This will start at $20. This is the Delaware pattern, again, by the United States Glass Company. So again, we've got the States series. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now this glass is stained, right?
Oh, wow.
What's what is it? I'm not going to go down the garden path on, because even among collectors, even among scholars, even among everybody that you read. Now, Florida, you just put in 80. Are you bidding 80 on this? I'm a little confused. I see the number 80. That may be your bid. I just want to make sure. So anyway, you can read 10 references, and 5 references will argue stained. The other 5 will argue flashed. I lean towards the stained. It's a little less saturated. This is the cut to clear.
Okay, yeah.
Do you see how this seems a little like somebody rubbed it off? Well, they didn't. That's the way this was made. And you've got the gilding on it. I didn't print it out. I should have, but oh gosh, by gum, by golly.
And it's not a cranberry color? It's not a cranberry color?
It can be. Yeah. Okay. I mean, what I'll do is I'll hold it up next to this and let you guys decide.
Okay.
I go along with the cranberry. And again, you can do your own research on the difference between stained and flashed and whatnot. But I'm going along with stained, everything that I've read, and I like the description of the stained. So it's the Delaware pattern, part of the States series. And this also came in green, a beautiful emerald green, which I don't have. Sometimes this came outfitted in metal pieces like this. Now that won't fit in there, but wouldn't that be beautiful if that could be in there?
That is.
So sometimes if you just had, a certain amount of money, you got that. If you had more money, you could get it in a silver plated.
Karen saying it's a master berry bowl.
Yeah, master berry bowl. Thank you, Karen. And so there would be little bowls with it.
I like that. That's so cool.
And it measures 11.5 inches long by 8 by just 4.5.
High bid is $100.
And I'll tell you, collect a few pieces of this, collect a few pieces of it in green. We all know where I'm going with that in terms of Christmas. Just beautiful. So the Delaware pattern, part of the States series. We've already seen, what did we see tonight? Colorado or Connecticut?
Colorado.
Let's count down. The Delaware pattern by the United States Glass Company. We shall now count it down. 10, 9, 8.
U.S. Glass, Jenny.
U.S. Glass. Yeah. 10. Oh. Wait for it.
Yeah, we're getting rain. Oh. Oh, I just heard it here. Yep.
Right.
There it goes here.
If I lose electric, I'm all right. But I just had a flash of lightning and all my curtains are closed and the blinds are down. So look out. I don't know if you could hear that. You probably couldn't.
We got Connie in at 1:30.
10, 9,
God is bidding.
8, what? 7,
Briar said God is bidding.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the Delaware pattern. Beautiful stained cranberry glass. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
We didn't even do, and I told you I was going to. That'll have to be part 3, which ain't going to be till next fall. I can tell you that right now. But when we have a second near the end, I'll tell you what is new cut, new art press cut. You'll see that in glass, and you probably know what it is anyway. We're really not going to get into that tonight, even though I said we were going to. But I'll tell you just a little bit about that before we close out.
All right, that is going to Jenny Mack at 151.
To who?
Jenny Mack. Jenny Mack at 151.
Oh.
I think God help it.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. Jenny, thank you. Thank you, everyone who placed business on it. I appreciate it. Let's just keep it. How many are here? 297. Keep going just a little bit more. Okay.
Yep.
Keep going just a little bit more. These are pretty. This is number 21, Karen.
Patsy wants buttons and bows. Buttons and bows.
Oh, okay. We'll bring that.
Oh yeah, you gotta bring that.
And that.
Yeah.
All right. We'll finish with that. We're almost there. We're almost there. These are so pretty. This is number 21 for Karen's sake.
Ooh, what is that?
Wait, I've got more than just that. The two of these are. This is number 21. These start at $18, and you're going to get both of them. We're going to keep them both together.
Oh.
Same pattern. We're going to keep them both together, okay? And what you can do is they're the same. $18 start. No chips or cracks. Oh, my goodness. And you know, I found a bowl the other day, and I left it because it was chipped up. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sell torn up stuff. I'm just not going to do that when I can avoid it. These two lovely pieces.
Gina's in at 25.
This is the Elrose pattern by Duncan, George and Sons of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They operated from 1874 until 1891. I wonder what happened in 1891. This pattern was introduced in 1885. 1885, this comes on the scene. Again, it's called Elrose, but it's also known as panel, daisy, and button. There are two.
I was gonna say that's got some daisy and button in there. I know that.
There are two atypical pieces in this line: the large berry bowl and the smaller bowls, which Duncan called olive bowls. And that reference is, they give the reference. So let me set it down for a second. Again, you get the paper with all that information on it. This is right off the EAPG website. We know that that's a cream pitcher or a milk, right? What do you want to do with that? Well, look, They're the same size. I would call that an open sugar.
Yes.
I'd say, even though that could be a spooner if you want it to be, and it probably was. I love you guys. I love those. You guys are lucky because I almost. Karen, now I'm going to stop talking to you for 3 days. I told you anything that you like, it's yours.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble now, Karen.
But anyway, so I would just use them as a. Oh, it's gonna thunder again. I'd use them as a cream and sugar as an open sugar since they're the same size and they're lovely together. But 10, 9,
Numbers in for 45.
8, 7,
Okay, Jeffrey.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on these two that have been side by side since 1885. 100 years before I graduated from high school.
Karen wants the whole world to have EAPG, the whole world to have EAPG.
What? What on earth? You people are cray-cray.
That is, oh goodness. Okay, I see. Karen, back me up because Jeffrey had to step away. That goes to Terry Trahan for 76. If Karen could back up because Jeffrey had to step out real quick.
Let's do what? Thank you, Terry.
Terry at 76.
Terry, I appreciate that, and I thank you. Let's do another from the States series. Why not? Then we'll do the buttons and bows, and then let's go to bed. My gosh, I still have more. I've got a gorgeous berry bowl set with matching berry bowls. We're not going to get to that tonight. I don't want to keep you up till midnight. So why did I show that to you? Let's do one more from the United States series. This is from the Oregon or Oregon. I don't know.
Oregon.
This is
Oregon.
number 41. Now wait until I find it here. I don't want to mess up again. You can see my little secret white paper here. Now look, doesn't that? It's very high tech here. Okay, there you are. This little guy starts at $8. Pretty little bread serving tray. It's got no chips or cracks on it. Pretty pattern. This again this was made by the United States Glass Company. They called it line number 15073, the Oregon pattern by the United States Glass Company of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who operated from 1891 until 1962. This was introduced in 1901. I don't know what year Oregon became a state, but I guess they were a state by 1901.
Sherry's in for 8.
It measures 11 by 8. 11 by 8. Here's your paperwork.
Oh, it's really raining here.
Yeah, it's coming down. If it cools the house, if it cools the roof off, I'll be happy for that. And it also saves me from having to refill the bird bath tomorrow morning. I always make, especially in this heat,
yes,
I make sure my birds have something to swim in and some seeds to eat and stuff. And I put it on the ground for the ground feeders, and the squirrel jumps up and he gets a drink, and they get peanuts and seeds. Everybody gets something to eat.
Yeah, we feed the birds in our bird bath and everything. They love it.
Oh, they do. So this piece here, the Oregon pattern. I'm sorry. Did anybody?
Oregon.
We'll count this down. 10. Yeah. Well, they sing loud enough. They do sing loud enough for me. You ever see me out on the porch doing? And boy, they tell me off too. Those Blue Jays tell me off when they don't get any peanuts. 10. Wait a minute. Oh. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. United States Glass Company, the Oregon pattern from 1801.
And we got a battle going on here.
I think we're going to close out. We're going to close out.
All right, that's going to Sherry Caddock for 35.
Sherry Craddock.
Yes. I'm getting better at names.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, everyone who placed bids. I appreciate it. Before we do the last two items, I don't know what to say other than thank you to everyone. I've got enough glass to do EAPG Extravaganza 3.
Oh, gosh.
Let's wait until maybe November, because let's hold off. Let's get through summer. Woo!
I think you're getting tired.
I didn't even get through all the pieces that I have tonight, but let's get through these. I've got 2 daisy and button. Karen, I didn't say buttons and bows. I can't sing my song. I do not know the maker of these. Karen may be able to throw that in if she knows. But we're going to start with number 88, and I'll show you before we do both pieces that we've got. Yeah, you did fun. We know this one. That one we're not sure. But I can tell you that the pattern matches on the. Let's do the compo first. We believe this one. Okay, this one starts at 20. It's chip-free, crack-free. Oh dear, it stands 7 inches tall. About 8.5 inches in diameter. And there it is. It's lovely. You can see the, you all right?
Yeah, that's just going to sparkle.
So you can see the buttons and daisy and button. And it's repeated in the stem, that pattern. There's the bottom of it. What did I put on there? Compote. 88. Ignore that.
Do you have a year?
Do I have what here?
Glenn's asking what year.
Oh, what year? Karen, can you throw that in? Because I forget. If you, I know that we knew, but now I can't recall on this, and I apologize. This is not cut glass. This is pressed. Everything tonight is EAPG. The high bid right now is 85.
85, yep.
Karen is probably looking for it right now, going, Scott, I told you what that was. Why didn't you print that out? Now you make me 11 o'clock at night trying to find this on the last. There she goes. Canton Glass Company, circa. See it?
Yep.
Okay. Circa 1886. Now,
104 is the high bid.
Pattern number 103. I don't have a printout for it. I was just curious. I've never realized how you can tell the difference between the pressed and the cut. Oh, you can, PA. Yeah, all this tonight is pressed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Kara says she's gonna have to let you go.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Oh, east is east and west is west, and the wrong one I have chose. Let's go where the gals are, something in, something, something, something in.
Oh, Florida Golden Girl.
And I'm all yours in buttons and bows.
For 120.
On the compote?
Yes.
Hey, Florida, thank you. And Florida, I'm going to have to go back and write all that down, but it is in the chat. The year, the maker. I didn't print the paper out. I'll try to do that for you. You know I will. We're going to end up with this tray. Now, Karen and I weren't sure about this. And I'm calling it a tray, not a water dish. It's the same pattern. This is for Karen. This is number 89, and we're going to start this at $15. So there are, Karen, thank you. There are no chips on it or roughness to it. It's nice and clean and shiny here. So it doesn't show anywhere. Hold it still.
Nice serving platter.
It measures from end to 10 inches, but whatever you're going to put on it, it can only be 8 inches. So we have a $15 start. We have 10 inches across, but inside, because it's, only, if you're going to put a cake on it, it can only be an 8-inch.
Patsy's in for 20.
But really pretty again, and it looks like the other piece. When I put them together.
Very nice.
10. Well, hold on. Yeah, this piece here.
Norma's at 22.
We'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
That is going to Patsy M for 45.
$29 pieces of glass have been sold tonight.
Woohoo!
You have all preserved a part of American history that we are so delighted to collect and save, and I thank you so much. It's been so much fun. I'm going to bring Heather in a second. I'm going to hang around for a bit and try to answer some questions or just chit-chat for a minute. I'm not going to sell any more tonight. There's more here on the table. There's another 50 pieces in the basement. Thank you, everyone. And as I said, we've already done all the thanks, but the congratulations and everything. And I think we just had 2 new folks tonight, which is wonderful. So welcome to Dee Haley and also to Norma Roof. And I think I've got the information that I needed from you. Thank you so, so very much. Let's bring in Heather, and we'll keep Heather as long as she'd like to be here. There she is.
Here I am.
The last thing I promised I would do, and I guess I will do this, when you're out looking for the glass, don't forget to look deep down inside of it, because deep down inside of it, or on the bottom of it, you'll see things like near cut, new cut, art cut, press cut, deep cut. I think there's another one. New cut and new art is Imperial Glass Company. Press cut, spelled two different ways, is McKee. Near cut is Cambridge. They all came out with these names after 1900. None of it is cut glass. None of it. It's pressed. But it's kind of fun to find that, and you can write down, and I wrote all those down so I would remember. Maybe that'll be the next sale.
There you go. Do all kinds of near cut.
Near cut, new cut, press cut, deep cut, art cut. Yeah.
All the cuts.
The one I'm forgetting.
Well, thank you, Scott, for having me. I'm glad I could help you out, you and Karen, again.
Bix, I did not sell the punch bowl. I've got it. I did not do a punch bowl tonight, but I've got it. I just didn't sell it. I didn't even offer it tonight. I didn't know that anyone would. Well, can we do that the next time?
He'll start that one next time.
Thank you, Heather. Please, everyone, show your love and support for Heather and Shane by coming to them tomorrow night.
Yeah.
They have reached 1,000. They're over 1,000.
Yes.
We are thrilled, and you're going to keep plugging away. That is so. I remember the feeling. It took me forever to get to 1,000, and oh my gosh.
Yes, it was great. It was great. Yes, we have a really nice sale tomorrow night at 6:15 Eastern. Come on over. I would love to have 100 people in the chat.
Oh, come on, everybody.
We're so close.
So my thanks to you, and my thanks again, and a reminder that tonight's sale was dedicated to Karen Williams, who is just a delight.
She is.
And she does this not for credit, not for anything. She does it because it is a deep love and passion of hers. And I recognize that, and I'm so thankful. I could not, if I had tried to do this without her, it would have taken me forever. If you've got questions about EAPG, she knows that website in and out.
Yes. Yes, she always has good information.
So, Heather, we're going to say goodnight to you because I want to go ahead and let you go. I'll stick around for a minute or two, but we're going to let you go. You've been working hard tonight.
Yeah, I got to get up and I got to beat you to the thrift stores tomorrow.
Well, you do. And you know what? I might escape tomorrow for a minute, so you watch out.
Oh, you will. You can't resist it.
Thank you, Heather. And say hello to Shane.
I will. Thank you, everyone. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night if you can make it at 6:15 on our channel.
Good night, Heather.
Good night. I'll log out. I'll hit it. Sleep well.
Oh, wait. Don't look. Wait.
Oh, that thing. I won't touch it. I won't touch it.
Wait, what did I do?
I don't know. You just made me big.
I know, and I don't know what happens if you disappear and then there's I don't know what comes up on the screen.
Right.
Good night, Heather.
All right. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Good night, all. And that's it because it's late. Do you have it? Does anyone have anything that they want to say to Karen? If you have anything you want to say to Karen or Heather, she's probably put that in there, or anybody, because I can hear you and see you, but they can't. And were there any other questions for me or anything else you want? And then we'll put a lid on it. Oh, Jeffrey has a birthday on Wednesday, July 3rd. Sing Buttons and Bows. I will not. Let me sing it in Japanese. Yes, we do appreciate Karen and Heather. Oh, the 2nd. Okay, Wednesday the 2nd. Yes. What is the furthest you have traveled to thrift? 1,000 miles away to Memphis. Yeah, you and Jack Benny, old Hadley vintage. No, he was stuck at 39. Will you be having an all autumn sale? You know I will, Christmas Joy. I am the king of autumn extravaganza. And boy, I'll tell you, I've been holding on to my autumn. Yes, I get it out last 2 weeks of August, and I start preparing it. And then I usually bring it, like I hit it hot and heavy, like Labor Day weekend. I'm ready. You know, because I don't know if you're like me, but as soon as Labor Day weekend is over, and that's the end of the unofficial summer, I'm ready to start doing not Halloween. I'm ready to do autumn decorating, and I bring on all the beautiful, not Halloween decorating, but autumn. So yes, I will. I don't have anything special. Next Monday night, I think is it me again by myself, or is it 2 chaps? I think it's just me. Oh, tomorrow is Canada Day. Angela, I have a. Oh, that got deleted. Why did that get taken out? Well, it's 5 of 11. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Good. I'll work on the invoices tomorrow. Give me until about 12 noon to get them all out. Everything else from the previous sales goes to the post office tomorrow by 5 o'clock. It's all packed up and ready to go. And remember, I have a sale every single Monday night at 8 o'clock. It's either me alone or with Patrick, the trusty huckster, the Unbreakables, or with David, the 2 Chaps Live sale. And but I'm just going to lay off the specials probably for the rest of the summer. Probably the next special won't be until autumn. But you know I'm going to be working on another drop sale. This time I'll try to let you know in advance. Good night, everyone, and thank you. And thank you for helping us save EAPG and American history. Good night, all. Thank you for being here. Good night.